Analyzing the different views on sexual assault. There is around 433,648 victims of sexual assault each year. Out of every 1,000 cases, less than 3/4, which total to be around less than 250 cases, are reported each year. This is because, according to research done by Phillips and Illman in 2001, victims are scared of being met with a negative response if their case is reported. This single concept has led to the creation of multiple research works, but all of them deal with how the victim's characteristics influence the overall, how the overall situation is judged, but no research has ever measured how the responder's characteristics influence how it's judged, which led me to the creation of the question: how does age and gender influence the view on sexual assault scenarios? Which leads me to my method section. The method section for this research was relatively simple, but it was time-consuming. It primarily consisted of a survey which contained a passage of a hypothetical sexual assault scenario and 13 questions, which included what age they best identified with, either female or male, and what age group they fell into: 14 to 19, 20 to 39, 40 to 50, or 60 plus. And the rest of the questions fell into the category of victim blaming, perpetrator blaming, and rape identification, which in essence means like who identified the situation as rape. All of these questions were answered on a scale from 1 to 7. These surveys were handed out to 80 people in total, 20 for each age group, and 10 males and 10 females for each age groups. The survey was conducted in Jersey Gardens and Amber Court, which was a nursing home. Answers were then put into an Excel sheet, and an average for each category were calculated. For rape identification, males 20 to 39 identified it more as rape, and males 40 to 59 identified it less. For victim blaming, it was lowest amongst females ages 20 to 39. And for perpetrator blaming, it was highest amongst females 20 to 39 and lowest amongst females ages 60 plus. Overall, the younger age groups 14 to 19 and 20 to 39 were more pro-victim in the sense that they identified less victim blame, identified the situation more as rape, and they blamed the perpetrator more in a larger sense than the older generations did. For both perpetrator blame and victim blaming, 14 were more pro-victims, and first it was usually the age groups 14 to 19, and then right after that it was like 20 to 39. In some senses they were almost equal, which supports the original hypothesis of older generations judging the situation more harshly. This can be seen of a larger rejection of rape myths amongst the younger generation surveyed, and more rape awareness in high schools and colleges. Rape myths are false, stereotypical beliefs revolving around rape victims, and rapists. The less judgmental towards the victims, the younger age, because they seem like they were more light on the victim. It can be seen as new movements that rose in the 2000s, such as the Me Too movement and the feminist movement, which brought awareness to the topic of rape and sexual assault, and has demanded a social revolution regarding the issue. A larger acceptance of rape myths and gender roles amongst older people could have also concluded to the harsher judgments in the following scenario. A larger acceptance of the age roles, gender roles, is when you how each gender is supposed to act, And if the people who don't act like this get into a rape situation and sexual assault, they're blamed more because they didn't follow these social norms. And in this situation, Melanie did not follow. Melanie, which is the character of the passage that was included in the survey, she didn't follow this. So because she didn't follow these gender norms, it could be seen why like the older people blamed her more, and the lack of acceptance amongst young age groups could be seen. The lack of rape acceptance amongst age groups can also be seen as a result of a more progressive youth. Yeah, and then the next slide is my citation page.